Okay, more along the lines of bankruptcy nightmares. If you transfer an asset to somebody for less than fair market value within 6 years before filing for bankruptcy, if you transferred it at a time that you're insolvent, it's going to become a bankruptcy nightmare for the person you transferred it to. So it's critical. You can transfer assets, but it's critical that you transfer with a fair, equivalent exchange of value in a contemporaneous manner. Let me speak English. If you transfer something to someone, make sure they give you what it's worth at the same time that you transfer it. What comes up frequently is the transfer of automobiles. I had a client come in yesterday, and I'm so glad he came in because he was going to do himself a favor. He had heard from someone who was well-meaning, but he'd heard because he has 2 vehicles and he can only protect one of the vehicles under the vehicle exemption law, that he was going to transfer another vehicle off to someone else. If he had done that, that transfer, the way he was planning to do it, would have been something the trustee could have set aside very easily and gone and reversed that transfer and brought it back into his bankruptcy estate. So it's critical. Do not transfer assets before you speak with your bankruptcy attorney. Even after you speak with your bankruptcy attorney, there may be some option of conveying assets, but you're going to need to do it in a very precise way in order to limit the exposure that the trustee in bankruptcy will be coming back and be able to set aside that transfer. This is called pre-bankruptcy exemption planning. Now, you're not transferring the assets to hinder, delay, or defraud your creditors. You're transferring the asset because you need the resource that that asset represents in order to take care of your basic living expenses, in order to get yourself into a financial position that you're ready for your fresh start, in order to pay your bankruptcy attorney's fees. That's always one of my favorite things to use proceeds from an otherwise non-exempt, non-protected asset that's sold before the bankruptcy is filed. So a bankruptcy nightmare is transferring assets away without truly understanding how the bankruptcy law will address that and what the trustee will think about that later on.